Hey, welcome to this Windows channel, and today we're going to attempt to explain, because I've got that question from a few viewers and I thought it was an interesting question to answer because people are a little mixed up, Twitter, Facebook, what they are and what's the difference between them and what is Facebook and what is Twitter at the same time. Well, okay, here goes. Facebook is a social site. It's more of you and your friends and your family reunited in a place where you can share together and have, discussions of all sorts of subjects, have news of what's happening with your surroundings, and it is really for the social site, for the social side of internet. Basically, the idea behind Facebook is to reunite everybody that knows each other. So, for example, I have my friends, I have my family, but I also have school friends, people that I went to school with when I was in high school that I found through Facebook. So, it's a great place to find out or find people that you haven't seen in a long time. Also, to connect and know what's happening in the life of everybody. It's really like having everybody in the same room and you know at pretty much all the time what's happening. There's a private side where you can actually send private messages that nobody sees, but you have your wall. Your wall is there to have yourself simply talk about what matters to you, what you have to say, your feelings, what do you want to share with other people. And you can also share on other people's walls and also share on comments that you see from other people's. Of course, there's a photos and videos side to it. So the cool thing about Facebook also is that you basically have a photo album of all your friends, including yourself, and it's really like just being among friends and family all the time when you're on the web. Twitter, on the other side, is not there for friends and family. Twitter is more of information. It's more latest news about something. So it could be a something that interests you. So for example, you won't follow your best friend unless he or she has really something interesting that she's doing with her life that she wants to share. So Twitter is more of you'll, follow people. You'll follow people that you find interesting that will give out information that you might like. For example, your local news bulletin, you might have the different people that work at that station or network that are on Twitter and have the possibility to share news about current events. It could be a subject that you love. For example, I am a big astronomy buff. I follow NASA. NASA will post regular intervals of all sorts of details about what's happening at NASA and so on. So you will basically follow organizations or people that have something interesting for you. So it could be somebody that simply, I don't know, goes around the world and you want to follow the travels of that person because it's interesting for you. So there's basically somebody somewhere on Twitter that will be of interest to you. And of course, you can add to that. So, for example, I have a Twitter account. It is related to my hobby of shortwave radio listening. So, I can share the latest posts that I have on my YouTube channel for radio. I can share latest news about stations, radio stations on shortwave or amateur radio stuff. I follow people that are also radio buffs because they can share some information that I don't know about and I'm interested in. So it's really like a news feed basically. All the latest news from all the sources of interest to you. So this is not Twitter is not like a social place. It's more of a news feed if you want. Now, the problem with Twitter is that it's having difficulty in finding itself, and it's losing money rather than making money. And it's kind of difficult because they do have a lot of people there. But basically, in general, think of Twitter as your news feed for all your favorite news and information about all the topics that are of interest to you. And think of Facebook as being a big room with all your friends and family whom you love and care and want to just see what's happening with them. So, big difference between both websites. Who would do a Facebook account? Anybody. You can just go online and say, well, okay, here I am, post your information, and maybe someone somewhere is, searching for you. Or you can just, if in your work environment or any social event that you attend, well, you can say, oh, I've got a Facebook page. You want to be my friend? And people that you usually care about will you'll ask them to be a friend, or they will ask you, do you have a Facebook account, and I want to be your friend. So they are always in contact with you, and that's the cool thing of Facebook. Twitter, of course, it's much more organization. So for example, depending on what you like, you will search for subjects and not for specific people most of the time, although you can also search for specific people. But it's not a place for, knowing what's happening with your friends. It's a place to know the latest news about the people who you follow. So if you have any point of interest, you would open a Twitter page for what you like. Say you like computers. Well, why not post, open an account and post regular messages about what's happening and what you want to share or help other peoples with on computers, for example. So, it all depends on your personal interests. And it's not everybody that also really feels like it's interesting to follow Twitter. And that's the main difference between both websites, basically. If you have any comments or questions about what's happening, anything you want me to do a video about, let us know and we'll try to post a video. If you enjoy my videos, why not subscribe to my channel? You'll be informed when new videos are online. And thank you for following me. Give us thumbs up if you like the videos.